Hello, welcome to Tai Chi. We're going to try something a little different today. When we come into constant bear, I'm going to have you put your hands on your hips, and I'm going to have you take your hip and bring it out, and then it's like you're drawing a figure eight with your hip. So it comes forward, it makes a circle back, and then as it comes back, this other side comes out and circles back, and then out to this way. So it's like you're drawing a figure eight with your hips. So we want to try to get most of our movement to come from this figure eight. And if it's not something that you've ever done before, it can be a little tricky. So just giving yourself an opportunity to move. You see, I'm just drawing a figure eight with my hand, but I'm not drawing the figure eight with my hand. I'm not moving my hand. My hip is moving my hand. And you can go slow. Bend your knees. So if I had a pen here and a piece of paper, it would be drawing that figure eight for me. You can take your hand back and continue that. So we're just going to stay here like this for a little bit. I did this the other day with one of my teachers, and we just did this the whole time. So feeling that shifting of your weight. And if you can move your hips like this, you really are flowing like a river, because there's not one place in this movement where I'm just on one leg or the other, and I'm not rocking back and forth side to side with my feet. So again, if you'd like to take out your arm and make that figure eight with your hand. You might need to adjust your feet a little bit. You might need to adjust throughout your practice, and that's fine. Your hips might get sore. And then as you start to get better and better and better at moving your hips like this, it will become more subtle. I'm making very big, exaggerated movements as I'm just learning this also. You can bring your hands down by your side and let your hips move, your upper body. And I don't have very good rhythm, so I'm sure some of you who are doing this right now will look a little bit better at this than I. It's actually easier for me to just do it with my hands on my hips right now. And then we're going to add a Tai Chi ball to this. So I'm just going to have you move your Tai Chi ball as your hips move. Side to side. For me, one side is easier than the other. When I say easier, it feels more natural on one side. It feels more natural as I pull my ball into this side than it does right there. And then I'm just going to have you do this for a little bit more, moving your arms with your hips, slowing that down. And coming into Wuji. You come into Wuji, I'm going to have you bring your arm out, and you'll bring your arm out as you make that figure 8 with your hips. And then instead of just stopping, putting your arm down and switching sides, what I'm going to have you do is flow into switching sides. So maybe keep your hips going and then add your arm. Coming back into Wuji. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to do number 5. So number 5, again, you can start your figure 8 with your lower body first, if that's easier for you. Oh, this isn't number 5. I'm sorry, I'm doing number 8. So let me do number 8. And then we can switch sides. So I'd like you to try to do that as you move. I don't want you to, well, you can obviously, but if you can flow into it. So you just want to kind of keep your movement going instead of stop. Like a river. Coming into Wuji. Why don't we try that number 5 now? So if you need to draw your figure 8 first with your hips, then you can go ahead and do that. And we're going to reverse sides. So if you see if you can keep your movement going with your hips. Coming into Wuji. Let's work on our repulsed monkey. So in repulsed monkey, I'm going to have you take your left heel off the ground. Your left hand comes out. We circle, circle. We're just going to keep working here. So up, out. And then in the form that we do, as we pull our right hand in, our left heel comes down. We block down. When we block down, I tried teaching it as like separate movements, and it was really easier to understand. When you think about blocking down with your left arm, it makes your right foot go out and your right hand come up. So it's like a chain of events as opposed to a whole bunch of different movements. You block down. So we did this a whole bunch of times until you get that movement as one movement. So block down with the left, and then you step with the left. You don't move your hands anymore. You move your foot, so your right foot comes forward. And then the same chain happens with the other side. So you block down with the right, so it's blocked down, but that moves the left foot and the left hand. Then you step out with the right foot, and the left foot comes forward. I'm not moving my hands, my foot is moving forward, and that's brushed knee right. So I'm going to have us do that a few more times. We come down from repulsed monkey, we block down with the left, step with the left, move the right foot forward, block down with the right. See that? It's one movement. Step with the right, move your left foot forward. All one movement, so everything is one movement here. Block down, wait a minute. Block down with the left, step with the left, block down with the right, step with the right, forward. Block down with the left, step with the left, forward. Block down with the right, step with the right, forward. So when we come to this little part here, we do repulsed monkey. So repulsed monkey is left hand out, block down with the left, step with the left, forward. Block down with the right, step with the right, forward. So let's go from the beginning to right there. So we're going to come into commencing form. We're going to grasp the tree, step with the right, press right. grasp the tree, step left, press left. Tai Chi ball on the left, step out with the right, slant flying left. Tai Chi ball on the right, step with the left, slant flying right. Play guitar, repulsed monkey. Block down with the left, step with the left, forward. Block down with the right, step with the right, forward. So that's the beginning part of the short form. And you can see how that all goes together. And if you get tripped up on repulsed monkey or on brushed knee, you're not alone. So we'll just keep working on that. Coming into Wuji. Let's come back to our hips. So we're going to continue this movement with our hips. Remember, we're making a figure 8. So staying here for a few moments. Getting our figure 8 back. And then I'm going to have you step out a foot and make a shape with your figure 8 with your hips. Taking that hand under the shape, flip, flip. And don't forget to smile. There's always something to smile about. Change sides. Get that figure 8 movement going in your hips. Wait a minute, I don't have it yet. So forward, back hip circles, forward, back hip circles, forward, and then add your arm movement. And coming into Wuji, we're going to work on golden rooster stands on one leg. So coming in, you can grab a chair here, you can use a wall if you need to. Lots of options here. So coming into commencing form. Then I'm going to have you choose if you want to just bring your toes up, then that works. We want to pretend that our arm is connected to that leg. So bring that leg down, we bring this leg up. So this works, or you can bring your knee up. And then as we practice this, we're also going to practice what we do after we do our brushed knee. We do needle at the bottom of the C, and then we do this thing where we bring our self back, we cross our arms, we separate the right leg, so you either bring it up like this, or you bring it up, open, and then box your opponent's ears. Circle your arms back, separate that left leg, open, box your opponent's ears. So let's do that one more time. Cross your arms, separate that right leg, open, box your opponent's ears. Separate the left leg, open, coming into Wuji. We're going to do one more thing. I'm going to have you bring your hands to your hips. We're going to bring your foot in, bend, and lean. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other foot. So taking that foot in and out. One last time, bringing the other foot in, bending, pivot, and lean. And then coming into Wuji. Grasping the tree. I'm going to sit here for a few moments, so softening your gaze or closing your eyes. If you close your eyes here, you can just observe your breath rising and falling in your body. I'm going to have you open your eyes if you have them closed. And as your breath rises and falls, I'm going to have you bring your arms into that rhythm. Have you bring your arms out in front of you. Bringing your fingertips in toward your midline, your wrist circles around, it comes underneath, your thumbs are facing the ceiling. Drop them. Let's do that one more time. I like to breathe in and then on the exhale drop them. So taking your fingertips in toward your midline, circling around under your armpits. Thank you. I will be back next week with more Tai Chi. We'll have 2 other Tai Chi videos posted this week and a yoga.